Thanks, Jeremy. Awesome update. I also want to acknowledge that I'm dialing in from Gadigal land and pay my respects to elders past and present, and extend that respect to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people joining us today. Hey, I'm so excited to be here with you to talk about Working Group 5A steel. So of the Working Group 5s, there are a bunch of subgroups which encompass the various high embodied carbon materials that we use regularly in construction. Haley, again, she's chairing two groups. Haley and I co-chair this group. And really the purpose of the group is to accelerate emissions reductions in steel, mainly through knowledge sharing. So I came into this group early days saying, why can't I just buy low embodied carbon steel? I want it off the shelf. I want it available. It should be available to any project, and let's make it happen. Well, as it turns out, what I've learned through the process of engaging with steel manufacturers, academics, builders, and government within this working group is that it simply is not available necessarily straight off the shelf, for the main reason that 2/3 of the steel that we consume is new, is from primary iron making, and that's where most of the embodied carbon sits. So creating new steel from iron ore is vastly carbon intensive, and there are very few, very low embodied carbon methods to creating that steel. So whilst, yes, we can get recycled scrap created in an electric arc furnace that is fed with renewable power, and those opportunities are increasing, it still only makes up a small 1/3 of the global share of steel production. Okay, so what do? We catch up monthly, and we develop a range of steel snapshots. So what we're trying to do is take this understanding and democratize it, send it out to everybody, all of the MECLA membership, anybody who wants to learn more about steel, which is one of these hard to abate sectors, responsible for 7% of global greenhouse gas emissions, used ubiquitously. Let's understand, what are the opportunities to decarbonize steel manufacture, and how broad are those opportunities. So if we go to the next slide, I just want to show you what the steel snapshots of 1 or 2 pagers, 3-page documents that we're producing. This is sort of where they sit. So we've got 19 at the minute that are in the planning phase, either not started, drafted, or complete, or with PCG for approval and publication. Now, eventually, all of these documents will be made available to the public, to MECLA, to really, I suppose, extend our understanding, our industry's understanding of what it really takes to be considered a low embodied carbon steel, and what are the key investment levers to pull. That's it. It's a short and sharp one, so ask me any questions in the Q&A. And I would like to hand over to Ali Kashani and Evan Smith, might just be Evan, who are chairing the Working Group 5B, Concrete and Cement.